Hi and welcome. This is Maggie back with you on this rainy day in Perth, Western Australia. Mind you, we need the rain. It's just I'm not into the grey skies, but you know, we have to be grateful for the rain and for everything we've got. Okay, let's get into it and see what's happening in the world of tarot astrology. Maggie Rose. Okay, way Capricorn. Well, look out. You've got some major decisions to make and some major choices, and it's about moving out of set patterns. It's about moving away from expectations. There's so much around you where people have, yeah, this, yep, and they're like, hello, why don't you ask me if I can do it or if I want to do it? This expectation around you is what needs to be looked at, what needs to be changed. You need to sit back and have a look at exactly where you're putting your energies. Where are you giving your strengths away? What are you doing here that's not workable for you? That's not giving you that power and control of your life. Because after all, it is your life. Hey, yeah, there's been some emotional hurdles around you, but that high tide of whoosh, whoosh is starting to come into like a nice steady ripple now. So it's like things are beginning to balance. They're beginning to find their own way and settle. You just have to take care of yourself and stop letting other people make decisions and choices about what you can and cannot do. It's just not on, babe. Okay, let's have a look at our Aquarian souls. Alright, full steam ahead. Everything's in overload. Everything's charging forward. It may feel like you've been holding your breath for a very, very long time, waiting for this to come through and going, wow, this is where I need to be. This is what I want to do. It's now time to pull out all stops and just go for it. Time to open that door and do that, wow, look at me. Look what I can do. Am I not fantastic? It's like the goal is in sight. Everything's right there now, ready for you to reach out and grab it by the throat. You've just got to do it. You know, it's not that it needs courage. You've got the courage, you've got the strength, you've got the motivation. You've got all the tools in your bag, hun. It's now let's just go full steam ahead. It's about taking power back. It's about, yeah, I can do this. But it's about truth and honesty as well. It's about doing everything in a very clear, very open manner. This isn't time to do things beyond, you know, behind the back or under the board. This is about being direct and open and clear and clarifying where you need to be and what happens for you. Aries. Okay, Aries, you may be struggling a little bit at the moment. What you've got to look at is this a self-made prison that you're in? Are these problems that you're dealing with, are they self-created? Are they self-procreated? Are you keeping them going? Why are you so nervous about moving away from the past? This is all about picking up your strength, looking at how much you've made little ventures outside your safe, secure space, little tiny, trips here, trips there, a little bit out, but you've come back behind this barrier of the past. Now this barrier is what's holding you back. This created barrier is it's the fear factor that, oh my God, how am I going to cope without it? Do I deserve any better? I don't deserve this, hey, get over it. There's these little ventures out into the other worlds have shown you that you are more than capable of anything and you're more than worthy of anything. You just have to move forward in your own right and get it to work for you, sweetheart, because it can. This is about putting fear to bed and moving outside your usual sphere or your usual horizons and doing it because you can. Let's see where our Piscean folk are taking us. Hey, look out, celebration, chap. Dancing, strutting your stuff. It's, hey, look what I done. Look at how great I am. It's also about fertility and growth and moving forward. It's about, hey, those cups are full to the brim, hun. It's about a rejoice time. It's about lifting the glass and going to you. or in your case, to me. No, I mean it's like celebrating yourself. It's about this. It's about having joy and acceptance in what you've done and how fantastic things are for you. It's about sharing with the world, sharing with your sisters, sharing with the sisters of the heart and the sisters of the mind and the sisters of the world. This is about moving forward. This is about your harvest is ready to pick. You've done all the back-breaking work. You've ploughed the fields, not literally, metaphysically, metaphorically. Our language isn't what it should be this fine day. You've ploughed your fields, you've planted your seeds, you've tended your crops, and it's, hey, look out, it's now harvest time, and what a bountiful, brilliant harvest it is. So you just get out there and celebrate, darling, and just let it all come on home to mama, okay? Now let me have a look. Phone's going beep beep, but we'll get to that later. Taurus, where are my Taurians? Let me see. Aha. Taurus, yes, things are a bit emotional, but hey, look, not a time to whinge. And if others want to whinge, then just bless them and let them. You know, sometimes if you let somebody have their whinge and get it off their chest, they move on. And you don't have to hear it anymore. So it's like, sometimes you have to confront things head on. And if this is other people's stuff and other people's drama and other people's crap, then just deal with it, hun. Face up to it, listen to the stuff and go, yeah, well, now get on with it. But it's also about not letting people drain you. I'm not saying listen indiscriminately to everybody who wants a whinge. I'm saying listen to people who feel they have a genuine problem, either with you or around you or whatever, and clear the air, clarify things, and then leave it in their court. What they want to do is their choice. Now, yeah, there are some pebbles on the beach, darling, so yeah, there are some rough little spots ahead and some pretty sticky situations to bring yourself through, but you can do it. You've done it before. This is about brushing it all off, moving forward and letting everything fall into place around you, because it is a fantastic space to be in. Absolutely fantastic. It's also about counting your blessings, because there's such a great deal coming through around you now and so much good stuff. You know, you're in a truly blessed space, so enjoy it. Don't let anybody rain on your parade. Okay, Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Hey, look out. This is like climbing hills, struggling through. It's like getting on top of everything that's coming through, getting on top of the paperwork, the background work, the bits and pieces. It's like, hey, look out, there is so much coming through here. There is so many opportunities that you simply have to take advantage of. And this is to do with emotional stuff as well as physical stuff and your career areas. It's like, take advantage of everything that's around you. Learn to challenge yourself, to push yourself just that little bit further until you are the very best you can possibly be, and push a little harder. This is about stretching yourself. It's about knowing your strengths. It's not about limitations. Limitations will get in your way right now, and limitations are usually someone else's ideas of what you can and you cannot do. You need to walk away from that, stretch yourself, move forward into your own space and your own power, and follow every particular lead that comes through for you right now. Let's have a look what our Cancerians have. God love their hearts. A touch of sadness, a touch of nostalgia, a touch of looking back and, you know, into every life there is some heartache, there's some pain. And in a way it's a good thing, because otherwise how would we know the joy? How would we recognize the love? This is about understanding that sometimes we do wrap ourselves in emotions. Itchy ear, they're spitting at me again. And in doing so, we cut ourselves off from the people that would help us, who were there to stand by us and do things for us. This is about turning around and seeing what is available in your world. It's about turning around and seeing what you have. It's literally about counting the blessings that remain in your life, that are gifts. It's about allowing yourself to grieve. I don't say get maudling and waddle in it and make it a life pattern, but sometimes you have to grieve. You have to grieve the loss of a loved one, the loss of a partner, the loss of a job, the loss of your fur family. It's about, and sometimes the loss of material things. When you allow yourself to grieve, you can work through it and walk away from it. But when you wrap yourself in a cloak of misery, sweetheart, nobody can reach you. Most of all yourself, because there's no way to get through the blackness. This is about turning around and letting a little light shine on the situation, letting things come into a space that's workable for you so that you've got really good things in your life. Okie dokie? Right, let's see what we've got next. Leo. Leo. Well, look out. There's an opportunity for the cash flow to pick up extremely well. Yes, you're going to have to do a bit of work. No, it's not going to drop into your lap. And yes, you use a little bit of indecision and on my stars about it. But look, new opportunities are opening up here for you to move forward in a very strong financial area. This is about being strong in financial situations. It's about moving things into a situation that you're comfortable with. It's also taking a step in a different direction and opening that little door to, hey, can I do this? Of course you can. Of course you can. But it's about appreciation and enjoying what you have. It's not about hoarding this cash for a rainy day. It's about being grateful and enjoying it and accepting that sometimes you get that little extra and you just need to treat yourself. So, Leos, this is a time to be good to yourself. It's a time to treat yourself. It's a time to say, hey, I deserve this. I've earned this. But it's also a time to look for a raise or a better way of making a financial income. Okay? Now we go to Virgos. And one of my favourite Virgos in the world is in Italy travelling at the moment. God love her heart. Okay, Virgo, hey, this is all about struggling to get through things. It's about pushing your way through. It's about pushing your way ahead. It's about looking at the new directions. It's about looking at everything through the eyes of wonder and the eyes of joy. And, you know, this card usually represents struggles, but it can also represent play. We play and hedge and have this backward and forward chat with people. We tease and we flirt. This is all this type of energy that's around at the moment. This like, yeah, you know, bantering back and forward. So it's like about enjoyment. It's also about, you know, putting your best foot forward and getting to where you want to go strongly and positively. It's about being open to new ideas, new directions, new tastes, new smells, new everything. But it's also about enjoying that banter, that gameplay. So you get out there and strut your stuff and enjoy yourself. Okie dokie. Now we have Librans. We're still on. Virgos are like, speak to me, speak to me. I've spoken to you, Virgo. Bless your heart. Libra. Okay, so you've got so far. So you've got everything down and pat now. You've got your bits done and dusted. You've got all the information in your hand. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to sit back here and let it take care of itself? It's not a good idea. This is about having a look, gathering your forces together. And in this case, this forces is everything you've got, all your information, all your knowledge, everything that makes you you. It's about gathering your forces, bringing them together so that you can then move forward in a very strong, very determined, very organized way. Did I just say organized and liberal in the same voice? You know, deal with it, sweethearts. Many of you will find yourselves organized from here, from, you know, the next 3 weeks. This organization bug is around. You don't have to like it, but it's there. But this is about getting everything together and knowing where you want to be and having the strength and the foresight to bring it together and move forward with it. This is a great time to put a new plan into action. Whether that new plan is to do with your career, with your love life, with the family, with where you live, with how you work. This is time to put that plan into action. You've done the groundwork, you've got it together. It's like make it work for you. Because at the moment, it's just sitting there, sweethearts. Okie dokie. Now, our beloved Scorpios. Okay. Oh, Scorpio, you may be going through a rough time. Things may just feel like, oh, stars, they're just too hard, and I just really don't want to know about it. But it's like head down, straightforward. It's literally, sometimes it pays to be like a bull at a gate and jump in there and go, look, this is what I want, get it done. Sometimes that pays, and this is one of those times where it's like straight ahead, forge straight ahead. Sometimes we worry about how what we put out there is going to be met, what people will think, what they'll say, what if. Well, move the what ifs out of the way. You've got a good battering ram in front of you, and this is your complete knowledge of who you are, and it's about facing situations head on, not beating around the bush, not saying one thing and meaning another. It's about facing situations head on. This is what I want, this is what I have to do to get it, and this is what I'm going to do to get it. So this is a forward moving time, but it's very, very powerful. You've got to give it that push to get it off the ground. Once it's got that little push and that momentum starts happening, it's all going to take on a life of its own, and everything's going to get balanced and sorted out anyway. My Lord above, I'm in strobe lighting. I don't know what's happening, but we won't even question it. These things happen to me from time to time. Hi, Spirit, come on in, sweethearts. Okay. It's very interesting, but, I take these things for granted, and all of a sudden I'm seeing it echoing back at me on this screen and going, wow, this really does happen. Okay, let's have a look at our Sagittarians. Sagittarians, it's like be aware of your limitations right now. Hey, it's gone. No, it's back. It's like, this is dealing with addictions and addictive people. It's like, don't let other people's stuff tie you in knots. Don't get caught up in other people's addictions. It's about freeing yourself from your own addictions. And sometimes an addiction can be a little thing, and sometimes it can be a big thing. It's about knowing that little things can become big things, and knowing when to step back, when to pull the plug. This is where things are with you right now. Everybody has got this thing about the devil. I quite like him myself, There's nothing like a bit of temptation to get you out there and get you moving and get you motivated. But this is also about physical pleasure. So for some of you who've had a dry time, then the drought's about to be broken, if you get my meaning. So this is an amazing time for you guys. You've changed yourself to a particular lifestyle or a particular pattern for way too long now, and it's time to move on. And these lights are dancing like you would not believe. Well, bless my soul. It's about your chains are released. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to strut your stuff, dance, whatever it takes to get you where you need to be and to have a great life. This is time for that. I'm finished, but I really don't want to finish this light show. I really love it. Okay, so you can check my website, gypsymaggierose.com. That will give you the upcoming dates and venues where I'll be at. And hey, keep your eye out because I've got an amazing new crystal ebook coming out very, very shortly. Practical uses on crystals to make your home beautiful and to enhance your energy. So that will be at www.gypsymaggierose.com. Bless and take care. I'll be back real soon.